In this video, I'm going to be working on an abstracted still life based on a photograph that I took. And the first thing I'm going to do is decide on my color scheme, which is, I use the analogous color wheel to help me figure out the color scheme for my painting. And so I look for the dominant color, I look for the analogous colors that go with that dominant color, and then I look for the complements and decide on the underpainting that I'm going to use and the color choices of pastels that I'm going to pick out. So that is the first thing that I do, is really pick out what color is this painting going to be. So I'm using a piece of Sennelier mixed media card. It's a pastel card. It has a really nice texture. And I'm putting down an underpainting of some F&W Antelope Brown ink with a big wide brush, really quickly, and deciding where the emphasis and where the darks are going to be. And this is how I start most things, with the real expressive underpainting, and it helps me with the value scale of the painting. And it also helps me think about, where the darks are, like I said, where the emphasis is going to be. And usually the emphasis is going to be in some of these darker places. And I love the abstracted underpainting because that's really where the expressiveness begins. When I lay on even a semi-realistic drawing, this underpainting really helps break up the surface of that, well, helps break up the surface, and it helps with that expressiveness and the abstract nature of the painting. Now I'm kind of liking, it had a couple of little bowls on the table, and it had a little salt and pepper shaker that I guess I'll put right here. I like the vine charcoal because it is just one way that you can, kind of just loosely map things out. And then I like the random underpainting on something realistic or not realistic because I like the way it divides things up. I think the next thing I put in is going to be, I think I'm going to put in some pan pastel next, because pan pastel is a very good way to get in a light layer of color. So that's, so yeah, I'm kind of actually what I'm doing right now is kind of getting in a value underpainting and experimenting with this paper. And we'll see, well, I'm kind of liking this paper, but I'm going to get some color in here next. I think I'm going to go for violet pretty soon, a little bit. So I think this is going to be primarily a violet and possibly yellow ochre painting. It's not, this is just a beginning stages of pan pastel. Oh. All right. And really must not have one of the colors that I want to use because it looks, oops, now my image went black. Oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to continue to put some color down, and then I'll have to go back and pull that image back up. My laptop just kind of pooped out there. I think I might put a little red violet in here too. Okay. All right, I'm still thinking about this as being part of the underpainting. All right, see. And maybe that will be it for the pan pastel right now. Well, I've certainly been having fun with this new surface of Pastel Card, Mixed Media 120 by Sennelier. So, of course, I've done a little bit more since I filmed this earlier. But right now, I'm just kind of going in and making sure that I have pastel everywhere. And I'm just kind of trying to leave some of the underpainting alone, looking at my image. I didn't, you know, I have a lot of variations in my image to here. So I can see that this is lower in my photo, but it doesn't make any difference. So I'm just having fun with it. And well, I'm starting to finish this up, and I go back to my color wheel after I've worked for a while, and I look at it to see, well, what colors maybe have I not included? What have I, you know, what could I add to this to improve it in some way? Should I add a pop of color somewhere? Do I need some variation in color that I haven't thought about? So I really do that towards the end. And sometimes I just needs a little mark of an unexpected color, a complementary color, possibly, you know, a red orange, turquoise, possibly, you know, little marks of unexpected color really help bring attention to an area and help that area stand out. So that's how I finish things up, along with taking photographs and looking at the work in a photo and a lot of other things that helps me judge whether a work is finished or not. So love that Sennelier Pastel Card. That is a new favorite surface of mine. Just love working on it.